ander. Wat zeg je? Dat was een evenement. Je hebt 2 jongens. Nou goed, we gaan snel door. Ja, fantastisch. Hartstikke goed. Dames en heren, wat spanning. Doe er nog eentje.
Hello there and welcome to the European Championships in the Netherlands, where the sun is shining and the weather is well and truly sweet. The European Championships is part of a phenomenal competition format brought to you by World Power Volley and the CEV, and it includes 3 different events. The Hague, well, it's home to the CEV European Championships, and it's time for the ladies' semi-final between the Swiss pairing. In your picture, Tanja HUBERLI wearing number 1 and her partner Nina BETSCHART. Well, they're looking to win the 2nd European gold for Switzerland this weekend, as Spain make their way into your picture for the first time. The Spanish pairing of Lili and ELSA seem to have been around the CEV European Tour and the FIVB World Tour forever. Well, they knocked out the number 1 seeds, Julia Suda and Chantal Laboria, last night in Apeldoorn. It's been a tough few months, a team in Lili and ELSA that are on the comeback. HUBERLI and BETSCHART, well, a win yesterday against Binek and Schneider, another German team, and for the first time since 2012, Germany haven't got a team in the semi-finals of the European Championships in the men's or the women's draw. That 2012 event was actually held right here in The Hague. Well, we're not far away from liftoff. HUBERLI on the right side of your picture. Won silver in this competition in 2014 with Tanja Gorenchenik, looking to become the 2nd gold medalist from Switzerland. The Hague, well, 23 degrees, 60% humidity, but what you can't tell on the picture is this really gusty breeze that will blow from the left of your screen to the right. The bonus for the players is that they're situated a little bit lower on the sand, so they won't feel too much of this breeze, but what they will feel is that as the ball gets higher, the wind will interfere with their ball control for sure. The wind literally blowing the same angle as the camera you can see on your picture right now. Robert Leko, the first referee from Serbia, will be the man in charge of this first semi-final. And Marcel Hasnoot, a home referee from the Netherlands, is your man on the sand. He'll be patrolling the net and having a little look at anything that interferes with play underneath it. First pairing, Lili Fernandez, fresh on the comeback trail after taking a couple of seasons out, having a baby. ELSA, her long-term partner, though, they're back together and they have worked ever so hard to get back to the top of the game. A 9th in Stad last week on the FIVB World Tour Major Series. They've knocked out the number 1 seeds and now they're looking to upset the Swiss. The blocker for Switzerland, Tanja HUBERLI, representing a Swiss squad that's very, very deep. Anouk Verge-Dubry, Joanna Heidrich, another team. Heidrich currently injured, but it's all about HUBERLI and her partner, the youngster, Nina BETSCHART, who makes her way into this arena for the very first time. This Swiss team are looking to go places where the likes of Isabella Fora, Anouk Verge-Dubry, and Joanna Heidrich and Nazim Zumka didn't manage to get to. The Swiss looking for their first European Championship in 14 years. The Spanish, would you believe this, have never won a European Championship on the women's side. BETSCHART, the service target. You can see the wind is interfering with play, but that's a high, smooth swing from BETSCHART to get things underway. BETSCHART serving first. It's a jump float serve. Super deep. On Lily. Again, the ball's just getting past her. The platform has to be out earlier to cut the angle off. It's a fast start this from Switzerland. Off the net, so no block from HUBERLI. She does well to get back, stay still, and stay very smooth in her defense. It's a very acute angle across the court on the sharp swing. Just misses out, so Spain are on the board. Lily serving first, will then charge in to block. HUBERLI swinging from the left side. Slightly drop at the elbow, but she's quite high, HUBERLI, so it doesn't take much time for the ball to travel onto that short line. Great camera angle here. So steps round on the defense. Big gap for HUBERLI, who serves almost in a Laura Ludwig style squat. HUBERLI trying to get as much height out of the sand possible by squatting, and then it's a real short contact to make the ball float and move. Well, there's a little bit of joy. Teams will try that in this game, to try and serve as close to the top of the net band as possible. Try and take time away from the receiver. It's harder to track the ball. Better from HUBERLI, who's obviously the service target after BETSCHART sided out the first ball of this game. 3-3, the teams change ends every 7 points, so teams will change end after this one. It's a cut shot, but the ball's not quite in the hitting window over the top of the right shoulder from BETSCHART, so the execution is a little low and a little off. You can see the ball getting caught inside here on BETSCHART. It's going to be intriguing to see how this wind takes a grip of this game. HUBERLI leaves it, but the ball drops in. Lily and ELSA have started strongly here. It's back of the tape as well. They're a team building in confidence after knocking out Labora and Suda last night. They lost to that German team in Apeldoorn in the group stages. And that's a tomahawk defense, and it's sloppy from HUBERLI. Persistence in defense pays off for Spain, but HUBERLI really, the second time of asking, should have done a job on that. Hugs all round for Spain. Interesting, just starting 2 or 3 meters behind the service line. HUBERLI with really working her thumb around the ball nicely, hitting off the body well. Spain looking to take as much of that line as possible. BETSCHART, 2 behind here, Switzerland, but there's a long way to go in this first set. Remember, sets to 21 points, teams changing sides every 7. It's a good look at the courts. Sees the blocks on the line. Stays smooth and high over the top. Fantastic touch. Second chance, but the touch is a little bit out from HUBERLI, but she's so big, she can hit on the turn. And when she's off the net as well, certainly helps. Tanya HUBERLI. She turns, she creates space. It's very good from her, creating space that she can then move back into and hit the ball down the seam of the court. HUBERLI, just 25 years old, from Reichenberg in Switzerland. That one goes long. One win on the CEV Tour, 3 podiums on the FIVB World Tour. Out again, LILIANA ELSA going very strong here. It's just surprising to think that LILIANA ELSA haven't yet had their time in the European Championships. The only team, it's a timeout called from Switzerland, but LILIANA ELSA, the only team. They haven't won gold. The Spanish men have. Adrian Gavira and Pablo Herrera won in Klagenfurt in 2013. Herrera also won it with a legend that's Raul Mesa in Moscow in 2003. Herrera and Gavira also going well yet again in this competition. They are evergreen. They just seem to churn out results. LILIANA ELSA, though, a silver in Klagenfurt in 2012. They took a 9th in London in the same year. Other career highlights include a silver in Long Beach in 2016, where they lost to the Olympic bronze medalists in Rio, Kerry Walsh and April Ross. They're going very well here. 4-point lead. Lily also looked like she'd almost broke a finger. You can see that her hand's taped up from yesterday, having had to play the majority of that game against Laboria and Suda with a damaged hand. That's some angle from HUBERLI, and she does well to find the ball there on the left side. Firstly, it's well read for Lily's block. Then she just steps out, gets her body facing cross-court again, and when the body's facing the cross-court, you can just find the ball so much easier. Lily the target, communicating with ELSA. She comes in, hits with the southpaw this time. BETSCHART on 2, goes to the defender. She's a little bit lucky. She had the whole court open to the right of her, but she chooses to go to the left, drops it short. ELSA, well, it's too short for her.
Closing the gap to only 2 points.
Full stretch, right hand, no good on this occasion. The stadium here in The Hague. Zuider Park. It's 3,000 capacity that we expect to be full. Madeline Meppelink and Sanna Kaiser. The home team go up a little later on against Barbara Hermanova and Marketa Slakova from the Czech Republic. This day for women's beach volleyball is building very nicely as HUBERLI chips to the line, but she's done very nice from ELSA, hitting off the net, but the ball getting caught to the left side of her, meaning she loses height in the air, so she fires it into the net. Good timeout called a little bit earlier from Switzerland. Since that timeout, the 4-point game has been brought back to just 2. HUBERLI will serve and then charge through to try and make a block. No, she won't, as the ball gets caught just a little in front of her. ELSA going deep on HUBERLI again. The deep ball, very hard to track. Moving back in sand is not easy, but that platform has to be slow and you have to take it early. That ball's getting past her too much. Almost, that one's up, almost like a goalkeeper. If you parry the ball and it's in front of you, the ball will go over the bar, but if it goes behind you or you parry it into the net, you have to take that ball early. As it looks like we've hit technical timeout time in The Hague. LILIANA ELSA lead by 3. Timeout, a chance to regroup, refocus, communicate and replan for the second half of the set.
Ja, fantastisch, dames en heren. Natuurlijk krijgen ze applaus voor de Team Volleyball Dance Crew.
HUBERLI, BETSCHART out first.
9 punten voor Team Zwitserland en 12 voor Team Spanje.
BETSCHART with the serve. Lily yet again, service target. The finger was hurt so badly, doesn't look to be causing too much stress on the Spanish left side blocker. Again, good vision. Sees that the defender's parked on the angle. And there's a gap to the line. 13-9 is a healthy lead.
Good eye there from LILIANA.
Lily serve that dropped in deep on the left side of HUBERLI. This time goes long. It's something that they really are going after here, Spain. The left side of Tanja HUBERLI trying to work her back to the corner. It's also going to make it very difficult for her when she does pass in system to hit angles back across the court. It's difficult for a left-sider to get their footwork to hit back angle. That's a great shot. In the way that Lily can hit off the body there is exemplary to anybody watching. The thumb goes down. She's approaching pretty straight. And the arm operates away from the body very nicely, but still finishes in that right-hand pocket. It's again to the left side of HUBERLI. Once again, they're going late on the angle. The defense is swept up from ELSA. BETSCHART with a chance to attack from the right side. Scurrying everywhere, ELSA, but there's a net touch from Lily. Great rally that. They're trying to force HUBERLI to the line in the side out. This one's in transition. She's looking on the angle. It's very hard to work back to the line so much for their BETSCHART, but great reactions all the same. Switzerland chasing aces or defense plays from here on in. Lily has another look at the court, chops to the line. It's a fast ball, almost Laura Ludwig style from BETSCHART, but off again. HUBERLI can't press far enough into the court. No look at the court from ELSA. She just fires blind, but HUBERLI's on the way down. She's not getting in the face of the hitter. She's not managing to press far enough into the opposition side of the court. Another missed serve. Spain have missed quite a few serves in this set, but they still are in control. The pressure with Switzerland. Change, they've decided to go on ELSA. ELSA now tries to work off the body down the line, and she misses out. Maybe she's just a little bit out of rhythm there, ELSA. 2-point game. Remember, they were 4 down a little bit earlier on Switzerland, so they've had the best of the play since early on, off the net, but HUBERLI stays, and that's a deliberate tactic for sure. HUBERLI will not be the quickest breaking the block, so they're just going to set a little bit further off, and it takes HUBERLI's block out of the game. They can go over it, and they can cause problems for the Swiss from that area. The closer the ball is to the net, the more the block comes into the game. Ball goes a little wider. BETSCHART goes to the line. Lily with a humongous block. Monster block echoes throughout Zuda Park. Lily, whose right hand is damaged, her left hand is absolutely fine. It's a huge last 2 points for Spain. They lead by 4 yet again. BETSCHART the target. She has to come through the middle now. It's a tight set from HUBERLI, but well reacted from Lily again. They've scooped him over on 3. BETSCHART second time of asking. There's a clap of the hands, followed by a real loose roll. Difference is, we were speaking about Lily a little bit earlier on, hitting it off the body. This time, BETSCHART tries to hit off the body, but her arm goes too far away from her body. just there, and the ball is always going out of play. Lily finishes her arm close to her body. Breschart finishes away. Breschart with a much better pass. She's holding that pass for days out there, and that's a great side out. Wonderful passing. The platform's held for so long. You just see the ball's well and truly gone off the arms, but she holds her arms there for days and days and days. Swiss running out of time here in set one. Dummy 2 ball from Spain, trying to tease HUBERLI. As soon as ELSA dummies the second touch attack, HUBERLI's watching out for it, and she has to commit just a little bit. Just takes her timing out when the ball does go back on that third touch. Great work from Spain. Just when Switzerland looked like they were coming back into this one, Spain have pulled away again. HUBERLI needing a side out desperately. Cannon into the net band and out of play. The timeout was used so early on in this set. Set point to Spain. And he's serving, going to chase it. It's an ace. It's a fantastic way to finish a very, very comfortable first set for Lily and ELSA. After 2 seasons apart, they're back together for 2018, and the longer this season goes on, the better they are getting. Ball dropping short onto HUBERLI, dipping and diving away. Spain lead 1-0 here. The winner of this game will go through to the European Championship final here in The Hague this evening against either the home team of Madeline Meppelink, Sana Kaiser, or Barbara Hermanova and Marketa Slakova from the Czech Republic. Those 2 teams have played earlier on this week. And it was the Dutch team that upset the second seeds. There's a long way to go in this competition as we get this second set underway. Breschart brought down to the center, so she attacks from the center again. She goes back to her longest line, which is the line. Lily has quite a long way to move back there. Breaking from the middle back to the line. Moving backwards. Still managing to get a good solid contact on the ball. Not enough to keep the ball alive though. Slightly long. The breeze in here is really intriguing. It's gusty. It's not consistent, and it does swirl a little bit. The Hague is known for being a windy beach volleyballing venue, but this great block again. Lily really firing up here. The Hague is known for its gusty conditions, but the Zuider Park is actually a couple of miles inland from the coastal venue. The venue that's hosted many World Tour events and also the Dutch national programme. But you can still feel the gust from the ocean. HUBERLI does well to get out here. She really does open up that cross-court swing just by the way that her feet get away from the ball and then back in. It's not a kill from HUBERLI, but it's very effective. You see her whole body going towards that cross-court means her power from her body weight going through the ball, her arms smooth, always struggling after that commanding swing from Tanja HUBERLI. It's another jump float serve, and it's an aggressive one as well. That's what Lily does so well. She's facing the line, and it's something that not many players can do. It's face the line so well. You can see HUBERLI facing the cross court all the time, but Lily faces the line, then works the body off. Works away from the body with that arm swing. Try at home, it's not very easy. BETSCHART from downtown, no block, but the Spanish renowned for playing great defense. They do it again, and there's a joust. How many times in beach volleyball do we see a joust won by the smaller player hitting up into the bigger block? They're getting the rubber to green here. These two have played together since 2007. They know each other so well. Deliberate tactic again here from Switzerland. That's twice the ball's come through the middle. BETSCHART's decided to go back to the line. Just because Lily has so much further to travel. It might only be 2 or 3 steps more than if she's hitting from out wide, but those 2 or 3 steps when you haven't got much time make all the difference. Jump float again. Passes off the net from ELSA, which is absolutely fine. The set's off the net as well, and HUBERLI has to stay because she's more comfortable blocking than she is breaking, and it's something we've seen from Spain throughout this game, hitting from downtown a little bit more, making HUBERLI's block less effective. Great serving this time from BETSCHART. Switzerland take the lead for the first time in a while. Saying it felt earlier that the wind was actually behind BETSCHART, but that ball keeps dipping in front of the receiving unit. HUBERLI's block in the game. This is great eyes from Tanja HUBERLI. She's watching the hitter, she's not watching the ball, and then she can jump in when she sees ELSA try and attack on 2. Blocking, so much about the eyes. More aces this time. To the left of Lily. Timeout called from ELSA. Spain are in struggle town in this second set. They've got midway through the game and decided to have a slight siesta.
We hebben natuurlijk nog hele mooie wedstrijden voor de boeg. En het mooie van deze tribunes is, dames en heren, daar zit een soort houten plank onder. Dus daar kunt u op stampen met de voeten. Het is zo meteen bij het volgende liedje 2 keer stampen en 1 keer klappen. Gooi hem nou maar in. Ja. Voet op de grond. Klap. Ja, wat veel harder. En u mag erbij zingen als u wil.
The European Championships is quite a phenomenal competition format that includes the Power Volley World Championships and the CEV Under-20 indoor competition, the European Championships, all held within the same arena here. Beach will be very popular today with this show. As Lily again works off the body. Just impressive. If you approach so straight, well, she's a little bit more on an angle this time, you have to hit off the body well to open up the whole court. HUBERLI brought in short. That's to mess with her approach. It doesn't mess too much though, but the dig has been made from Spain, but they're second favourites in this rally for sure. ELSA again. Now they have a chance, Spain. And it's smooth and it's composed and it's a chip to the line that brings it back to 1. They have to be patient throughout that rally to earn their chance to score. And finally, ELSA, usually playing on the right side, hits from left in transition, shoots the ball away down the line. Easy pickings in the end for Lily. And ELSA BETSCHART and HUBERLI beating Binek and Schneider yesterday in Utrecht on their way through. They've also beaten Borger from Germany, who are a very strong German team. Let's be honest, there's no such thing in beach volleyball as a bad Russian team or a bad German team. So they've beaten 2 German teams on the way through here. Teams change ends in the round of 24. Saw another Swiss team, the sisters, Verja Dupree's. Nick Verja Dupree playing with her younger sister as Joanna Heydrich is injured at the moment. Lily back to the line yet again. It's high, it's fast, it's a quick snap, it's good enough. She's quite pinned in there. They decide to dive angle, which is not a bad decision, but when she's approaching so straight there and she's so closed off, it's very difficult to hit anywhere for the angles. They must have lined up to try and make a defense. That's off the elbow from ELSA. Going late to the line, and the ball's got more to the seam through the block. Players waiting patiently, a nice low position, ready to track the ball and move. Bit of a stubborn closed-off platform. Great dig from BETSCHART. She has a chance to transition, and this is going to be the difference in this game. That's really the difference between 9-8 and a 1-point game or a 3-point game at 10-7. Those moments are huge in a European Championship semi-final. BETSCHART works so hard to get the dig, and then she just got a little bit underneath it. And when you get underneath the ball, it's hard to get the ball going downwards. The arm doesn't come through quite as well as it does if the ball's in front of you. Hustled, jostled through the block this time. HUBERLI has found rhythm, and that will give Switzerland confidence. It's not in the hitting window at all. It's just a slap back through the block. Super tight. Quick serve and another fast, robust platform, not quite as smooth. BETSCHART with a chance. That's so much better in transition. Okay, she's hitting from the left side, but the ball's in front of her. Her feet are very aggressive. The ball's in front of her, so her arm can just come through smoother, it can flow better, and she can really get her wrist through the ball. Lovely work from BETSCHART, who's making plays for fun. 3-point game. All to play for here in Zuider Park. Service pressure from HUBERLI is good, and that's resulting in more digs and more blocks. Monster block again echoes out around here. HUBERLI said in the press this week that it's her service pressure. When they serve well, they generate more blocks and more digs. They score more points. They did it in the quarter-final against Binek and Schneider. That was the difference. After losing the first set, they came back to win in 3. That could happen again here. The service pressure has increased. We go to a technical timeout. Switzerland are starting to heat up here in a very warm Hague. Huge moments, huge pressure. Both of these teams. Lily and ELSA twice on the podium in European Championships. Tanja HUBERLI with the ball in her hand. has a silver medal at one of these events as well. This has been the difference. HUBERLI has gone back and served with power, pace, and conviction. Just like Ludwig, it's a toss and it's a squat, and she's squatting to get more height out the sand. The higher that you get out the sand, the flatter the ball can travel over the net, and the less time the ball has to get to the platform of the reception. ELSA and Lily struggling. Even when they do get their arms on the ball, it's more of a tense touch instead of a slow one. That's just because of the service pressure. Chance for Spain now to try and put a bit of their own pressure on, and that's a schoolgirl error from BETSCHART. A little bit unbalanced underneath it. Big steps for speed, small steps for balance when you're setting. Better balance in the set. She decides to bump, which is not a surprise, but HUBERLI doesn't get out quite as well with her approach. Doesn't get her body going through that cross-court area that we've seen before, so she can only go back to the line, and that's too long from her. Three-point game again, and you just feel that Spain are not done here. HUBERLI out of system, well out of sync again. As you can see, that ball goes high out of the stadium, and it picks up this Hague gust that just whips around the stadium. 3 in a row for Spain. HUBERLI again getting caught out on that left-hand side. She struggles to take the ball early enough with her platform, and she also struggles, once she does pass in system, to get out with her feet to establish a hard cross-court swing. Game on here.
Special. Español.
Lily and ELSA coming through. Meningati, Giabini from Italy. 2-0 in the pool. They lost to Laborio and Suda, but they had the last laugh in the quarterfinals. Lily and ELSA also beating Kalinska. Kochelik from Poland in that pool A in Apeldoorn. Ball's hit the net and it slows the ball down. It gives a chance for ELSA to play a little bit of defense. She's out of sync again. Her whole body rotates the ball. Goes past her hitting window. You'll be able to see here the outrageous defense all the same, stays still. But the ball's always drifting across her. Her chest is facing out of the court. And when your chest is facing out of the court, there's only one way your arm's going to come through. And that's the wrong side of the line as well. Good serving again from Switzerland. They've really upped their game. Fist-clenching celebrations from both Lily and ELSA because they realise that's key. After missing so many side-outs the last time round, that was vital. Good look through the net from ELSA. It's tight, and you'll see that players only really knuckle the ball when the ball is set tight to the net. And when you do have to knuckle the ball, you have to go to the sideline. Service pressure is huge from both teams. HUBERLI again has to go to the line. So look from Lily, she just chops. It's a little bit poor from Lily, it goes straight to the defender. BETSCHART is dug, almost from a tomahawk from Lily. More knuckles from ELSA, that's 2 in 2 balls. And they've both been victorious for Spain. And that could be match-defining stuff. Stays so still, great reactions to get the hands high. But being still is key in defense. That ball's flying everywhere across. The wind's drifting the ball across the hitter. But we're back to just 1.
There it is, totally balanced.
We are tied. HUBERLI having a torrid time. Anything deep on her body. She struggled to the left, she struggled to the right. Anything deep. She's struggling to open up and track the ball back and keep it in front of her. Again, it's deep, but that one's actually a little bit shorter on HUBERLI, so it makes it a little bit easier for her, and she sides out. And we're only talking the difference between a metre, but that ball being a metre shorter from Spain has just given HUBERLI the chance to get her hands out and give a stable platform to BETSCHART. HUBERLI a chance to make amends. It's a very good serve. She's breaking now, HUBERLI, something we haven't seen a lot of. It's a good decision because they make a dig, but BETSCHART again, she's facing the line. She's not getting her feet out and then coming back in on an angle. So it's almost the most impossible shot here at this time from BETSCHART. She knows the gap's there because she knows that they've broke on her, on the angle, but she's rotating her whole body around and she loses all of her height. BETSCHART, again, attacking the ball nicely. Cannons the angle, but she's dug from ELSA. ELSA, this is a dream run. But that's cheeky from BETSCHART, and it's something we've seen her do a lot of. The quicker you play the ball, the less time the opposition team have to set up and play defense. No time, no joy for Spain. Lily from the left. Hits the seam and hits it well. Wonderful side out from Lily at a key time. We've seen her hit off the body, we've seen her go to the line, and now we just see her find the gap between the two. Who will be going forward to play for gold? Who will be playing for bronze later on? HUBERLI chips to the line. Spain again just work so hard in defense, and they might be rewarded again. No, it's great cover from HUBERLI. A stick and a hand out from ELSA. ELSA now blocking. Roll reversal. Lily not playing defense. Every point is worth the same. But in terms of momentum and confidence, that might just be huge for Switzerland. One-point game. The change of ends just brings different conditions for both teams with the wind. But also could be a lapse in concentration for HUBERLI behind the service line, but there's not. And that's almost smuggled by ELSA, really. Ball again, well inside. Passes on such an angle. It's always going to be difficult to work the ball back to the line for the hitter to get their feet back inside the ball. Some luck off of the net. 18-all, it's a little race to 3. Remember, if it's 20-all, we go to overtime. HUBERLI, again, struggling to pass anything around her shoulders. Doesn't like passing the deep one. She's still moving. She's not opening up. She's choosing to pedal back with the ball. No stability there from HUBERLI. Spain have the lead. HUBERLI now in system. HUBERLI only finds the block of Lily. That brings up match points for Spain. They've been behind for large periods of this second set, but they've served well towards the end, and they've been rewarded with the first match point. ELSA serving for Spain to put them through to this evening's final of this European Championships in The Hague. It's tight. It's well recovered from Lily, but Switzerland stay alive at least for one more.
Volley fans, clap your hands. Volley fans, clap your hands.
22-year-old Nina BETSCHART waiting to serve. Maybe a deliberate ploy to slow the game down from Lily. There's experience, wiping the glasses, making BETSCHART think about what's coming next. It's a good serve to the center, though, bringing ELSA again onto an angle. It's a tight set. HUBERLI just dictates the show, and we are going to overtime. Anything tight to the net is when Tanya HUBERLI will show her authority with her height and her power as well. Out of system. Tanya ready to pounce. Shot serving again. Lily the target. Chops back to the cut shot, and that's long. That's 3 in a row from Switzerland. They have turned this one round. It's been dramatic. It's had everything, but 2 match points from Spain have been saved, and now Switzerland have a chance to send this to 3. Lily with the pass, this time from the center. She chops back to the line, and it's so important. Good platform, held for a long time. HUBERLI decides to pedal back, play defense. That's not her strong point. They know that. Spain, so they pick on her short. 21-all. HUBERLI this time does pass well because the ball is in front of her. It's almost into the net. It's low and it's powerful. It almost brings the net down with her, but it doesn't matter. She finds a way to side out under big pressure. Leaving the line open. Lily. Second set points for the Swiss. Lily is way out of system here. Tanya HUBERLI with another fantastic block. Breschhardt reading the game so well. Putting the ball away, we're going to 3 here. Breschhardt makes an absolute worldie of a defense, and she stays so calm to slot the ball home to send this to 3. Full stretch, 2 arms on the ball from the young Swiss defender. She gets up quick, she's dynamic and she's agile, and she just chisels off the block of Spain. We're going to a race to 15 here.
Kings and queens of the beach, champions within reach. Let your love shine on, oh, baby. Let your sun shine through. Kings and queens of the beach, oh, yeah. Champions within reach.
Here we go, hold on tight. Lily and ELSA been playing together for over 10 years. 2 medals in the European Championships in their career. Never a gold between them though. Nina BETSCHART was only around 11 years old when Lily and ELSA started playing World Tour volleyball together. The youngster living in Steinhausen. Has won 2 age group category world championships on the FIVB World Tour. That's a good start from Lily and ELSA. Remember, this is just a race to 15. And once on the FIVB World Tour as well, BETSCHART. The right side defender, ready again to receive serve from ELSA. It's HUBERLI who has to pass. More oversetting this time from the Swiss. Easy pickings. The wind starting to blow again. HUBERLI struggling to stay in system. Good thing about being so tall is if you do drop the ball short, it's harder to play defense against. If you are smaller, you might have to hit the ball on the way up. Gives the defense a little bit more time to make a read, react a little bit more, but HUBERLI with a delicate touch to the line. A good start, vital for both teams here. The ball's quick, it's slightly off the net. That's exactly where Spain will want to be playing, though. Off the net, away from HUBERLI's block. This time, the ball's tight. It allows BETSCHART just to knuckle the ball back to the line. LILIANA ELSA not as big in the block as the Swiss. So the Swiss can set all that much tighter. HUBERLI 6'3", the Swiss blocker. Lily just 5'10". You can just see that in the way they're siding out. Spain trying to side out from off the net more, making the block less effective. The Swiss really still trying to play really tight to the net. Trying to work off the block, around the block. HUBERLI, this time from a more central position. She's gone back to chipping the ball. She's not really unloaded on one for a little while. Spain will have to know that. Stay still. Watch the arm, watch the wrist. Again, she's so much higher, HUBERLI, that she can chip over the block all day long. And she will be effective. The block of Lily's going to have to go high with her, as high as she possibly can. That's why if she's in his system, HUBERLI, she will be a danger. It's a wider player, it's a change-up. It's trying to make life difficult for HUBERLI, but they do well there, the Swiss, and then the ball drops in on the baseline. Again, teams will play wider, they'll play faster to try and frustrate blockers. That's exactly what they try and do. They try and make HUBERLI stress out by running to the pin and blocking. BETSCHART makes such a good read to make a D on that one. Very good from the young Swiss defender. 4-3, the team's changing ends every 5 points. Cup shot from Lily is a little lucky, but she'll take it. We have a game on our hands. Off the net again, trying to make HUBERLI less effective. Then they can chip and chop the ball around more effectively. 2 in a row. 2 net bans in a row from Spain. And that's given them the lead. High risk for high reward. They're trying to serve flat. If it takes a touch off the net band, then happy days. Again, more net band action from Spain. Setting from HUBERLI is world class. Nina BETSCHART does not need to be asked twice to feast on that. They decide to break. They break very early. BETSCHART knows she's got no block. She can't access the line, but she does get her feet inside the ball well, so she's high. She's vertical. She goes to town on it. Lily. Side out for Spain. It's clean, it's good pass, good footwork trying to move away from the ball. As we see from Lily, she always approaches a little bit straighter than quite a lot of players on that left side because she does that so well. She hits off the body. She shows the line a little bit, but she opens up well and then hits off the body beautifully. Nice knuckle, scurrying everywhere here. Point for the Swiss. Trading blows here. Remember, the winner will go through to the European Championship final a little bit later on. The loser will be playing for bronze. Nobody wants to be playing for bronze here in The Hague. Nina BETSCHART might be the youngest player on this court, but she has just shown great maturity They stack on the angle, the Spanish. They leave the line open, and it's a late change of the wrist direction that sends the ball home. She goes there again, but ELSA reads the ball much earlier this time. She fires away, and it looks like there must be a touch off the block. That's exactly what ELSA is looking for there, a touch off HUBERLI's block. Straightens the pass up very nicely. They jump into the angle. Not a bad play from Switzerland. BETSCHART, the service target. They've gone off of HUBERLI now. BETSCHART sides out too. The set's a little bit across the attacker. Knuckle comes out, and when the ball's drifting just here, BETSCHART knows that she's drifting. So in turn, she knows the block is also drifting as well, because the block's going to be watching the spiker. So that's the sort of time to work off the hand. She does it so well, BETSCHART. She's really coming of age here. HUBERLI needs to keep it together here. Two missed serves in a row. It's again, risk v reward. You have to try and put the opposing team under pressure. So that means you are going to miss a few. If players just decide to serve easy, it's going to be far too simplistic for the opposition to put the ball away. Cut shots, high class, high quality from ELSA. Real quick turn of the wrist. BETSCHART has played some fantastic defense, but she's not getting that one. HUBERLI from the inside. She goes back to power, and then she stopped from Lily. Intriguing time, because HUBERLI, at the early stages of this game, decided to stay high and shoot over the top of the block. She's gone back to power, but she's lost her height in the air. Lily jumps late, takes it away. HUBERLI passes so straight. It's going to be a struggle from here for Tanja HUBERLI. She's shut down, but BETSCHART is so quick over the sand. The knuckle is just wide, though. Spain take a 2-point lead, 11-9 as they change ends. But remember, in the second set, Spain had 2 match points and gave them away. There's a long, long way to go in this game, even though there's not a lot of time.
She took my love, then ran around.
Ja, fel. Och så är tagglinjen på det.
Every single guy in town.
Place in the finals awaits. Spain have a 2-point lead in this race to 15. ELSA with the serve. HUBERLI trying to keep the ball under control, but she's finding it tough out there. Lily with a chop. That's a great swat from HUBERLI. Now she has a chance from the left side, but she's dug from ELSA. Another chance for Spain for a 3-point lead. BETSCHART makes yet another defense, and now has her opportunity, but she fires it long. It's a huge, huge point in the context of this game. Spain take a 3-point lead. There's so much drama. Both teams working so hard. BETSCHART underneath the ball again. A little bit too early in her spike approach. The ball goes out the back. Deep breaths for ELSA. Breathing deep improves focus. Also helps you to relax. HUBERLI again served deep left, something we've seen so many times through this game. HUBERLI this time, something we haven't seen so many times through this game. She passes well to the front meter of the court, and then her footwork just here. She steps out, she creates space, she gets her body facing back across the court, and then she can really go to town with her feet, find the ball, get her feet going through, her body weight's going through. Happy days, and HUBERLI has got a weapon of a serve. ELSA from the right side, HUBERLI with 2 points in a row. She waits and she pounces on ELSA. And every time you think that Spain are running away with this game, the Swiss are coming back. She sees the ball's not in the hitting window. She waits, she knows the shot's coming, so she delays her timing and then swats the ball straight back down. 12-11 from 3 points down. They're back to just one. ELSA this time shoots straight to BETSCHART. They're all awake and alive, ready for that first ball back from Nina BETSCHART. But now it's Spain's turn to make a hitting error. We are back to 12 all, 3 in a row for Switzerland. Timeout called from Spain, but maybe that's even too late. All the momentum with the team in your picture. This European Championships has been a good one. Holland know how to host big events. The World Championships here in 2015 were phenomenal, and this is a similar format. Multiple cities, Apeldoorn, Utrecht, The Hague, all hosting this event, but the finals are here in The Hague. Teams making their way down here for the final games of this competition. Pass is good from Spain. It's a good look from ELSA, but HUBERLI is really working hard in the block here. Her eyes watching the hitter all the time. That one's tickled the whole way across the netband, but is it in? No, it's not. 4 in a row from Switzerland. They have turned this one around. HUBERLI at times has struggled with her pass, but her serving and blocking is proving to be the difference here. HUBERLI on an absolute fire from the baseline. Lily siding out really to keep her team alive in the match. They keep the ball alive there, Switzerland. They can't keep it in play. 13 all. Desperate times for Spain. They needed that. It's a great set from ELSA. She can't turn and face where she wants. She's on the fade. She's turning away from her partner, but she manages to put the ball in front of her partner. And Lily serves wide. Agonisingly close. HUBERLI really gets a get-out-of-jail-free card here. And it's Switzerland serving for the match for the first time. Remember, they were 2 match points down in the second set. The ball's long. Switzerland come back from the brink of defeat to qualify for this evening's final. What a performance from Nina BETSCHART and Tanja HUBERLI. They will be playing for gold. And it will not be gold, the third time of asking for Lily and ELSA. They were 2 match points down in the second set, the Swiss team. But they came back so strong. The defense of BETSCHART, the serving and blocking of HUBERLI, quite fantastic. And they thoroughly deserve their place in the gold medal game later on. Heartbreak for Lily and Elsa. After 2 seasons away from each other, they will feel gutted having had 2 match points, but also proud with the way that they've played this week. Lily and Elsa, they will be playing for bronze. It's Switzerland that qualify. Tanja HUBERLI and Nina BETSCHART in 3.
The summer is here and it's going to stay. Celebrating life is the only way. Let your love shine on. Let your sun shine through. Kings and queens of the beach. Champions within reach. Let your love shine on. Oh, baby. Let your sun shine through. Kings and queens of the beach. Oh, yeah. Champions within reach. Let your love shine on. Let your love shine. Let your sun shine through. Kings and queens of the beach. Oh, yeah, baby. Champions within reach.
So Switzerland qualify for this evening's final. To find out who's going to join them, you will have to stay with us here from The Hague.
Wij doen dat specifiek voor een groep mensen met diabetes. Maar ja, als je al heel vroeg begint met bewegen, dan wordt de kans dat je het krijgt veel kleiner. Dus vandaag vind ik het heel erg mooi.